today is unity in diversity, thriving together in a multicultural Aotearoa. In the heart of Wairarapa, something beautiful is unfolding. It's a vibrant celebration of cultures, connections, and community. Marami tayo dito, di ba? We have so many cultures in the Wairarapa.
Alam mo, ilan?
No. Good question.
Tanungin mo si Christy. Alam ni Christy yan.
But do you know? How many?
Culture?
Yeah.
Dami. It's about probably, I would say, specifically, I would say about 100 maybe.
Wow, that's good. That makes us really diverse. So
I'm not referring to ethnic lang
right.
Yeah.
Parang races talaga to, countries.
Yeah.
Countries, people from different countries.
Oh, yun nga, ethnic.
Yeah.
You don't use race. Okay.
Race meaning race.
Yeah. I know. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Okay. Fiesta Wairarapa Pinoy Radio 2025 is more than a showcase of Filipino talent and tradition. It's a heartfelt expression of unity in diversity. So living in multicultural land, that is New Zealand, is a nation woven from many cultures. So as Filipinos, we brought our values of family, resilience, faith, and joy to this land. And in return, we've been embraced by a country that celebrates diversity. We live, work, and walk alongside Maori, Pakeha, Indian, Pacifica, Chinese, African, Middle Eastern, and many more communities. We share classrooms, boardrooms, lunch breaks, parks, and churches. Here in Aotearoa, we are different but not divided. This diversity challenges us to grow, to learn, and to see beyond our own lens. It also reminds us that we are better together. Now, how do we overcome differences with grace and curiosity? Living among diverse cultures can sometimes feel unfamiliar. Different ways of speaking, eating, thinking, and celebrating can create misunderstanding, but also incredible opportunities for connection. So what's the key? Openness, kindness, and curiosity. Instead of judging, we ask questions. Instead of pulling away, lean in and listen. Instead of assuming, appreciate. We don't have to be the same to walk side by side. True unity is not about erasing differences, but about embracing them with respect and shared purpose. So to every Filipino in the Wairarapa and beyond, your presence matters. Your culture enriches this land. Your stories of migration, hard work, and hope light up your homes, your workplaces, and your communities. Whether you speak Ilocano, Cebuano, Tagalog, or English, whether you arrived 20 years ago or just last year, whether you work in healthcare, farming, hospitality, in IT, or education, you belong here. You are part of the beautiful mosaic of Aotearoa, especially the Wairarapa. So here's a call to action. Be a bridge builder. This year, Fiesta Wairarapa calls us to more than celebration. It calls us to action. Make friends across cultures. Step out of your circle. Get to know other people who come from different cultures, and don't just stick with your friends and barcadas. Teach and learn. Share your food, your stories, your values, and listen to others. Support each other's journeys. Lift up one another, especially newcomers, youth, and those that are in need. We are Filipinos, yes, but we are also neighbors, friends, colleagues, and Kiwis. Let's live intentionally with compassion and courage, planting seeds of unity in every conversation, meal, and moment. And last but not least, let our radio show and our Wairarapa Filipino society remind us who we are, a people of joy, faith, and connection. Let, let it inspire us to celebrate our uniqueness, not just once a year, but every single day. And let us never forget unity begins with you and me. And together we rise, together we thrive. So I'm really thanking our Filipino society, which is actively being led by Ryan and his team, that keeps us together as Filipinos. But then Ryan and the team also extends the invitation to various cultures here in the Wairarapa, and that just really showcase our culture, the things that we do, and we definitely enrich
Mm.
the
Challenge lang naman talaga
enrich
yan.
the Wairarapa
Nagiging challenge lang yan. In reality.
in reality because it's hard work. It's hard work.
Mabilang mo lang talaga. So, like one of the characteristics, one of the characteristic of a Filipino is somewhat like introverted.
Yeah.
So, hindi masyado na-expose sarili, they don't expose themselves to a much wider audience.
And we're quite cliquey. Yeah, we group together as tayo.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in we're it's parang by nature that's what we do.
Yeah.
As you say, introverted, because we're not out there na who would reach out.
Kasi yun nga, kasi yan siya, so embedded yan siya culturally na I think and the mindset sometimes is you bond together as Filipinos because you feel safe. And yet within the inner circles nga ng Filipino din, mayroon pang division, may division. Reaching out to other cultures will be quite a challenge. So, depende na yan sa mga tao na like for myself, ako exposed talaga masyado ako sa
and you reach out, you have no problems mixing with other cultures.
Wala talaga. As long what is really important when we talk about cultures and stuff is you have to acknowledge yung kasi there are processes that I've learned over the years about culture, how you adapt to a particular culture. So meaning you have to be culturally aware of your own culture and your own bias, and then the culture of others as well. That's where you achieve cultural awareness. Ito in a nutshell lang na na explanation ko. And then ang next step niyan is cultural sensitivity. The next step. Kasi gusto mo talagang if you want to reach out, i-acknowledge mo yung culture nila. Na away from your own bias. So, i-accept mo yung culture nila, then you become culturally sensitive. And then the last component of being adhering to culture talaga or acceptance of culture is cultural safety. Once you achieve that, madali ka na lang makipag-usap ng Ang importante lang, i-acknowledge mo lang yung personal mo na bias eh. So, and then from there, it will start to pick up. And then, i-respect mo lang din yung culture nila. Kasi mayroong certain impositions din eh, na ini-impose ng iba. So, which is quite tricky. As Filipinos, it would be challenge. Yung yes, yan, pero mabilang mo lang sa daliri mo dito sa Wairarapa Filipino community kung sino yung nag-engage talaga.
Nag-mix talaga. That's true. Kasi nga, that's part of our culture din.
Hindi kasi ang ko sa mga workplaces, wala naman tayong problema individually engaging with other cultures eh. So kasi marami tayong mga workmates na iba-ibang lahi.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, ang pinag-uusapan lang din, trabaho lang din. Hindi pinag-uusapan yung pagkain nila, hindi pinag-uusapan yung pagkain natin, o yung mga Ang mga normal na questions how's the fam? Yung mga yan. How's the family? Tapos ayun na, oh good. And then tapos na ang conversation. It's not about, because Filipinos tend to um, like avoid sharing personal stuff, probably because of maybe bad experience in the past, or hesitation lang din. I don't know this person, I don't trust this person. Yun yung bias. If you don't trust people, yung may hesitation ka, pinipili mo yung tao, wala.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need to try when we immigrate.
Yeah.
We need to try integrating with the community, not just our own community,
Ayun nga.
but with the
So
rest.
like for instance dito, pagtapos ng show natin, 'di ba, dadaan tayo diyan sa sa hagdanan. Oh. Kilala mo ba mga yan?
I think that's and this is where the challenge of indeed
Ako kilala ko yan sila.
being open and being kind.
Yeah.
And kaya at saka yun din yung gender ano, dahil nga karamihan sa kanila mga lalaki, di ba? Yeah. So I think that's where I'm conscious na
Hindi, yun nga yun. That's where your cultural awareness. Kasi inuuna mo na yung thinking nila. You have to acknowledge your personal bias
biases.
first.
Yeah.
Kasi kung i-approach mo sila to introduce yourself, alam mo naman na iba yung religion nila.
Yeah.
And then their practices may be different.
Yeah.
Na alam mo, pero you assume. Pero pag nila, okay lang din pala sa kanila makipag-usap sa'yo. You'll never know that.
I was okay actually because I think last Friday there were some people around. Yeah. And then just said hi, hello. But then I didn't extend my hand because I wasn't sure.
Ayun, mga small things na yan. Meaning there are certain practices that you don't apply.
Yeah.
Ganon din sa Pilipino. Subukan mo subukan mo halikan yung anak. Ako, lalaki ako. Tapos mayroon ako nakilalang Pinoy. Tapos hahalikan ko yung anak sa cheek. Magagalit yung tatay. Kasi yung biases nga. Is acknowledging the biases.
Yung anak na baby pa?
Hindi, yung mga bata. Lalo na pag babae.
Okay. Yeah.
Tapos lalo na ngayon, pag lalaki dinalikan mo, pagkamala ka pag pedophile, that's the presumption eh.
Yeah.
Kasi merong stigma or a sense of personal biases. So meaning, I'm a total stranger trying to kiss your child. Magagalit talaga yung tatay.
Yeah.
But in other culture, halimbawa, subukan mo bumalik ng Japanese woman. Subukan mo. Lalaki ka, tapos halik ka pa yung Japanese woman, andyan ang husband niya, ang masasamuray ka bigla. Kasi hindi, it's a no-no in their culture. So you have to acknowledge that.
Kaya us here, it's okay to give a hug. When you say it's a greeting, for example.
Hindi, ganun din sa Pilipinas. May beso-beso na kasi sa atin eh.
Beso-beso na
Pero
sa
you
atin.
don't do beso-beso on a total, on a person you first met.
Yeah.
Nasubukan mo na ba nagbeso ng very first talaga?
No.
Yun nga. It's either a handshake. Pero kung babae sa babae, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Pero babae sa lalaki, minsan handshake lang. Pero minsan meron din na pero yun, yung parang if you feel comfortable. Kasi may hesitation. Pero kasi pag halimbawa yung wife ang nag-initiate, mapipilitan ka talagang ihag din siya eh.
You don't want to push away someone.
Hindi, kasi ayaw mo rin kasi ma-offend.
Yes,
Yun yung as long as you're aware but not assume na hindi ka papansinin, yun, isa yun sa mga natin, challenges natin. Particularly as a community. Pero the rest, walang problema. Especially those who are people coming from liberal countries, like Europe, walang problema sa kanila. It's more Asian eh. So Japanese, Indians. Ang Indians medyo okay pa. Pero normally ayaw nga yan nila ng handshake din.
Okay. Now, time is running out. We're almost there. Yeah. So I just like to shout out, of course, my family. Yeah. My husband who's always there supporting me in whatever it is I plan to do. And my family, Jules, Christopher, Dominic, it's great to have you and look forward to see you this coming long weekend. And Grace, sometimes my colleague, Grace and Eleanor, sometimes they have time to listen to us. If you're listening today, it's great that you are, tinatangkilik nyo kami lagi. Although, ang kay Grace, dahil wala na siyang opportunity na, magsagot ng riddle, because she already won. It was like, oh, sayang naman, I don't have the chance anymore. Yeah. Anyway. And magpapaalam na po kami. This is Kinnie Vermeulen signing off, and Ryan.
Yes. Again, congratulations kay Rica Bisperas for winning the Riddle of the Week instant. So, claim mo na lang yung prize mo later on. Alam mo na kung sino yung sponsor natin. And then, of course, for our listeners, thank you so much for staying with us from 4 to 5:30 today. Watch out for our video podcast later on tonight. So, ito po inyong lingkod, Ryan Soriano, signing off.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Here's the